I'm hanging out in my hotel room. It's like 8 a.m. and I figured out, because I love to cheat, kind of. Not really cheat, but cut down miles for sure. I figured out a way to road walk and turn a 30 into a 16, which I'm very excited about. Granted, it's going to freaking suck because we're still in a heat wave and the high is like in the 90s today, and the road will make that more annoying because it'll be constantly exposed, and also like the heat will radiate off of the pavement, and also because of the road it'll keep us at like the lowest elevation for a while. But also I think the heat's gonna really suck anyway, so I don't think that actually matters at all. And the road takes us through the town of Carson, which is fun, and also means I could get like a snack at a gas station or something, or a cold drink, or a slushie. Oh my god. I've been obsessing over, like, I feel like that's the one thing that I crave like all the time out here, is like a slushie or like an ice pop or something. So I think I'm gonna do it. I'm also gonna use that as an excuse to roll out later than I should, which is dumb, but that's fine. Screw it, whatever. Kind of annoyed because I'm shipping my box off, and I just realized as I went to like find the address that they actually don't accept USPS at Stevens Pass anyway. So I guess I'm sending it to Skyhomish because I already bought the food and stuff. But I'm just a little annoyed because I only bought the food so I didn't have to go into a town. But I guess I have to go into town. But better Skyhomish, which is 14 miles off trail, than Leavenworth, that's 35. But it's just annoying. I'll say I really enjoyed that zero, and I like the how I've been kind of like loosely using the plan. Like, I have the plan, and I'm gonna get to where I need to go so that I'm on time by the plan. But if I want to like do something really screwy to make it easier, or like give me more time in town, or a zero or whatever, I'm all for it. It's cool passing over the bridge, although it is really weird that there's not almost any space for cars to pass. Finally, crossing into Washington. This feels genuinely so rewarding. Got like 500 miles left, and I mean, this bridge is really impressive over the Columbia. Yeah, I don't know, it feels really good. I think there's a reason people hype this up, and like the title Bridge of the Gods is very fitting, and I'm trying not to get hit by cars. Also trying not to drop my phone off the side, because that would be really bad. Or even, honestly, even down the middle, if it went down the wrong way, it totally could fall all the way down. That would be crazy. But this is just gorgeous. Welcome to Washington. I feel like it makes sense why they call it the Bridge of the Gods in a way. Like, I can't really articulate why, but I think it's just so beautiful, and so, I mean, for thru hikers, monumental, for novos at least. Actually, I did always assume that this bridge was on the other side, but it's not. It's on this side. And now I'm gonna wait around and try to take some cool pictures in the middle, but I don't know. I don't wanna get hit by a car. And now I'm gonna start my 15 or so mile road walk to where is 30 miles into the PCT. And I'll go through Stevenson and Carson, which should be nice because I can get a cold drink or something. The nice thing is, like, it's an uncomplicated road walk. Like, you follow the Highway 14 and so you get to another highway and then you follow that one and then you're there. Like, it's very straightforward directions wise. I don't have to like look at my maps a lot, but it is like hot, not only road walking but highway walking. So I probably won't get to listen to much tunes, or if I do, it'll have to be without earbuds or with one in or something. And I'm gonna be trying not to get hit by a car, but it'll be fine. Also, just to be clear, the Strat here is planning on road walking the whole thing. If someone offers me a ride, I will take it, but I'm not trying to hitch. I'm in Stevenson. If I can also get one of these ices in Carson, then today's gonna be a wonderful day, but we shall see what the day holds. The roadwalk isn't bad, but I hate semis and anything with a trailer on a highway. Everything else is fine. You know, there's not a ton of shoulder, but like normal cars, it's like chill, but semis, but other than that, it's going okay. Okay, for the moment, I am walking next to the railroad tracks, which is probably not allowed, but there's like no shoulder on the highway, and there were some sketchy semis. So I'm just doing this momentarily so I don't get freaking hit by a car. Although I don't like this either. I don't want any trouble with the law. I also don't want to get hit by cars. Yay! I don't know, I'm hoping in a couple miles, the 14, you get off the 14 and go on Wind River Highway, which I would assume is a smaller highway, I'm hoping. So I'm hoping that'll be better, or the road will just get more shoulder. But yeah, I don't like this. I don't want to get in trouble with the law. Anyway, whatever. At least I don't have to worry about getting hit by a car for the moment. Just a train. No big deal. Just saw some other hikers, which I was not expecting, Sobos, which was just kind of funny. Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting to see anyone else doing this route. I'll have to leave a comment on Far Out with the pro tips, because like parts of it are really sketch and parts of it are totally fine. And I feel like it would have been nice to have some more info on it before deciding to do it. Like I probably would have still done it, but like, whew, we're going around a curvy part, and like right now, thankfully there's this huge pull off, so I'm not like in the road. But the twists and turns are yikes with a highway and not much shoulder. So fun stuff. Certainly an adventure. Yeet. Headed to my namesake. Not really, but would be funny. Also, it's 12:30 and I'm walking through Carson, so I think I'm gonna get like a proper lunch and another icy. Yeah, I think I'm gonna splurge and get a lunch at the brewery or something. Okay, I have no idea what time it is. Maybe it's between 1 and 1:30 for sure. I just left the brewery. My stomach is very full, although not full enough to puke. Also, it's not steep, even though it is hot. So I think I'll be fine, hopefully. But yeah, I had those pretzels with that cheese sauce, that beer cheese sauce was so good. I think that was the best like pretzel cheese sauce I've had. And then my main was a brisket sandwich, which was also really good. Yeah, I feel really full. I felt bad. The waitress was like constantly having to refill my water because I was just chugging it. Because I haven't been drinking water on this walk almost at all. Because like lukewarm bottled water is so much less appetizing than like ice cold water, you know? But it's probably good to rehydrate a bit there. I realized that there's actually a point 5 miles further down the PCT, but 1 mile less on the road walk if you just go down a different road. So I'm actually doing a 20-mile shortcut instead of a 15, which is funny. And I think it'll be less sketchy because it gets me off the highway sooner and before some other like curvy bits of the highway. And like I said, it's a mile shorter of the road walk and it gets me 5 miles further on the trail. So like, yes, please. And it drops you at a point with a water source. So when I get there, I'll figure out if I want to camp there or if I want to go another couple miles. I probably won't do much because, like, you know, trail wise, I will have made like 35 miles of progress. They have like a logging lumber mill here or something, which makes sense because there were a ton of lumber trucks or logging trucks on the way up. Also, I got a push pop. I had one of these the other night when I got into Cascade Locks. I haven't had a push pop since I was like a kid otherwise, but they're kind of great. Like, they're amazing. And I think anything when it's hot is nice, but the clown's kind of creepy. So the shoulder has been much wider and much more conducive to walking since Carson, which thank God, because honestly I would have started to go a little bit nuts if the shoulder was just as bad as it was in between Stevenson and Carson. But this is better. And then I think in a mile or two for the last couple miles, I think it's a forest road or at least not a highway. So that's good. It's a little past 3 and I'm on the like forest road-ish. I've got like a mile and a half to where it meets a trail and the heat's definitely getting to me. It was way easier this morning, even though I started at 10, even like 10 to noon was still like felt pretty good. But after lunch, things the heat definitely has felt a lot worse. If I can find somewhere to sit down, I will take a bit of a break, but if not, I'll keep trucking. Like I said, I'm pretty close, but whenever it's hot and I eat a lot, my stomach gets kind of iffy and I don't want to puke. But honestly, other than that, it's been a really good day. I stand by that decision. Voila, we are back, baby. And it's like 0.1 to some campsites where I'm gonna stay, and another 0.1 to the creek. The water is ice cold, like colder than I could have even hoped for, which is so wonderful because I really needed to cool down. So got my feet in, and then I'm gonna drink up and make some Gatorade and try to just cool off and hang out and relax. So the creek was so cold I actually couldn't stand to sit in there for really all that long. But also, isn't this forest just kind of magical? I feel like the moss and the ferns are really cool.